Gloria's psychology journey took an unexpected detour through health, sports, and the healing power of touch, and she's here to tell us all about it. Professionally Psyched is the podcast that brings you cutting-edge psychology research and real-world insights from our psych community of clinicians, researchers, and educators alike. In our special alumni spotlights, we chat to graduates from our psychology degree programs about how their skills learned in the classroom have become powerful tools supporting diverse career journeys and successes. Hi everyone, and welcome to Professionally Psyched. I'm Jessica Muller, PhD candidate in Public Health at James Cook University, and before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we record, and for me today that's the Bindal and Wulgurukaba peoples. And I pay my respects to elders past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and cultures from wherever you may be tuning in from across the country. In this alumni spotlight, Dr. Amanda Krause speaks with Gloria Sharp, a JCU Psychology graduate who moved to sports massage post-COVID. Gloria reveals how health psychology shapes her practice and how myofascial release can unlock emotional trauma. So grab your headphones and get ready to get professionally psyched about how understanding human behaviour makes you better at business, healing, and life. Enjoy.
Gloria, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. To start, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, I'm Gloria. I used to be in James Cook's psychology program. Now I open my own sports massage business here in Singapore. Yeah, well, sometimes I am the massage therapist and also the therapist, so I guess psychology did come into play somehow.
Awesome. Did that go straight from graduation? Did you go into sports massage, or how did you get to where you are today?
So what I did was I went to corporate for 7 years. And then after that, COVID happened, and I was looking for a new career change, something different. Then I ventured into sports massage because I was thinking like, I want to be a physio, but it's kind of hard in Singapore because you need like to do another degree, and then that's just too much. Yeah, so sports massage was the next way out. And so I took a course and then I went into sports massage and I never looked back since. Yeah.
So you left the corporate world behind.
Yes.
What did you do in the corporate space?
So I was in, I did grants, like study grants, a lot of government grants as well. I was in the Institute for Mental Health for about a year before I left that, and then I went to corporate. Yeah, so I did like marketing, I did analytics, did a whole myriad of different things. Yeah.
And were sports always important to you, or what brought you back to sort of the sports space?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I love sports. I mean, I grew up playing sports, always got injured doing sports. So when I was still in uni, I was playing rugby. So that's how I got into more physiotherapy and then understanding like how like the body works and like all the injuries and stuff. Yeah, so that really spurred me on to do sports massage because I realized you could never find a good sports massage therapist in Singapore. It's really hard. Yeah. So I aspired to be a better like sports massage therapist because of all the injuries that I faced over the years as well. Yeah.
And you sort of joked before that you're maybe not using your psychology, but if we think about people getting injured, that's
Mm.
not only a physical aspect, but there's quite a psychological element to
Oh,
dealing with
yes.
injury as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say that being able to be empathetic and like to actually guide them through the process of healing and ensuring them that, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, psychology coming to play for sure. Yeah.
Mm. Thinking about your psychology degree, then, is there a subject or a topic that really stood out to you from your undergraduate degree that really helps you in the work you're doing now?
I would say that health psychology at that time really helped. My professor was Dr. Conchetta. Yeah, I'm not sure she's still there, but yeah. So health psychology really helped because like it had to do a lot with like sports and then how like different diets also influence the way you feel, the way you act, the way your body recovers. So it's a kind of like a nutrition course as well, in a sense. Yeah. On top of that, I really love anthropology. Like, okay, it does help you like kind of understand different cultures because I do have a lot of people coming through the doors, yeah, from different walks of life, a lot of like foreigners as well. So then I kind of understand like, certain things you cannot do, certain things you're okay to touch. Yeah. So it really helps, prepare you for all the different walks of life. Yeah.
And I think that's so important because these are people coming to you, I imagine that you don't know, and they sort of come into your world
Yeah.
needing your assistance. So how do you develop that rapport? How do you make that relationship okay in a space that involves touching and bodies and all of that?
Yeah, well, maybe I'll give you an example because I did have a client that is very sensitive to touch. So she would tell me that I need to tell her the body parts I'm going to touch before like going ahead. So I find that talking to people during the sessions really help. So it's really kind of like therapy. Yeah, so a lot of them like tend to pour out a lot of their feelings as well and all the stress they're going through. And I guess because of that sense of touch, yeah, touch really like eases a person's guard and then lets their guard down a little bit so they feel more relaxed. Yeah, and myofascial holds a lot of trauma. So yeah, so releasing myofascial, you release the trauma and then you feel more relaxed. That's why massages are great. Yeah.
Mm. Can you tell me more like what your day-to-day looks like? What do you do?
Okay, so for my day to day, I work 5 days a week, about 6 hours a day. So usually my day goes nonstop from like 10 to 6. I try to have breaks in between, but that sometimes can prove to be a bit hard. Well, I do admin like in between when I can, like chase people for payment and stuff like that, nitty-gritty stuff. The website's pretty like self-explanatory, so don't have to do much maintenance on that end, more just like dealing with the clients when they come in and then making sure that that they leave like feeling better and having follow-ups with them as well and checking in on them, seeing how they are, whether the massage helped, any tips or tricks that they need to know. At night it's usually for social media because insights show that people only scroll social media at 9 p.m. So have to make sure they're posting something. Yeah. So it's just trying to be all rounded, I guess. So my day doesn't really end at 6. It ends probably like 10, 11. Yeah. And then it starts again in the morning.
And do you have other people working for you, or how are you building your business?
Oh yeah, so I do have a lot of part-time staff. So I have about 8 part-time staff as well. They all work like once or twice a week, which is sufficient for me. Yeah, so they all work like 4-hour blocks, and then I just manage them as well. They don't need to do anything much. Just come in, they deal with the clients, like which is what I want to focus on because like client facing roles are very important. So they just need to focus on the client and then they go home. Yeah, I do all the promotion and everything for them. So I think I take care of them pretty well.
It sounds like you're doing a lot of the nitty-gritty, so they
Yes.
might benefit from that for sure. Do you
Yeah.
see clients often, or is it sort of a one-time thing, or does it depend?
So I see some of my clients like quite often, but I have a lot of clients which have bad habits that, when they're injured, then they come in and then like I have to deal with bigger problems. Yeah, which I don't know if I can solve in one session. So yeah, I mean that's the hard part about having like a business like this because it becomes a need and not a want anymore. Yeah. So I mean I try to remind them that, don't come in when you're injured, come in for maintenance. Yeah. So actually maintenance is key so you don't get injured in the long run because injuries are harder to come back from. Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose that's a really important point that a lot of us, for both our physical and psychological health, push things until it is in crisis or until we're
Yes.
in that injury phase, as opposed to that maintaining health, element of it.
Yeah.
So what is your advice for people?
My advice is to always listen to your body. You never know until you sit down, you close your eyes, you do a body scan before you sleep. And then you realize that you actually have all these pains in your body that you did not deal with. And there's probably something that you're holding in and you're not letting out. So everything like feelings, muscle aches, they all manifest in some sort of way. And if you don't deal with them soon enough, you might end up sick or injured or, worse. Yeah. So definitely take care of your health, listen to your body, and just look after you, because there's only one of you. There's not many, right? You only have one body, you have one life to live. So yeah, listen to it.
Yeah, and speaking of taking care of other people's bodies, you're using your body to take care of other people. So how do you look after yourself?
Oh yeah, well, so I gym 5 times a week. I go for massages at least twice a week. Yeah, don't worry, I take care of myself very well.
Is
Yeah.
it weird to have other people massage you? Like, I suppose, like anyone, you have your own preferences for the type of massage?
So I usually go to a normal like Chinese massage, they call it here. Yeah, I tried going to other sports massage therapists, but then it becomes like a job hazard because I'm like, no, I want you to press like here, here, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to switch off. So I usually just go for the Chinese massages because it's fine, and I know they're not sports massage therapists, so it's not so much of a job hazard, I guess. Yeah, even just going for typical massages like this, it will help your body relax. Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of relaxing, one of the questions I've been asking people is around sort of what advice you have to our current students who are about to be graduates. So you took a leap of faith, switching
Yeah.
careers and all of that. So what advice do you have for our soon to be graduates?
I would say that you don't need to have it all figured out, because honestly, my first thought was that I was gonna be a psychologist. Like I was gonna take my master's after I worked in IMH for like a few years, but obviously that didn't work. So definitely go out there, get your experience, and then somehow you'll just stumble along the way and you'll find what you really like. And it doesn't matter if it has nothing to do with your degree. Because psychology is very generic. It applies to a lot of things. You can do anything. You can be even in HR. You can even do like business. It's all linked. So yeah, definitely don't worry. You have a very good degree.
I think that's really important. As you say, so many of the things we learned and the skills in psychology are transferable to a wide
Yeah.
range of careers. And as you say, your path might take twists and turns, and that's perfectly okay. So,
Yep.
Gloria, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. It's been great chatting.
Yeah. Thank you, Amanda. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to Professionally Psyched. This podcast wouldn't be possible without the ongoing support of our psych community. If you'd like to show your support, or if you want us to cover anything on the pod, reach out via our emails, and don't forget you can listen to full episodes on Spotify.